Hey guys, I didn't post for a while. I actually got sick. And one of the many reasons I'm willing to admit the story is short is because one, it's a good story, that's why I picked it. Two, the author just made it short. And three, I just want to get this video out because my room is freaking hot. And I want to turn the AC, but I cannot turn it in the background because it's super loud. It'll make the audio all messy and I don't want you guys to hear that. But anyways, let's just get this video started. Sorry if I stutter a lot, I'm just coughing. And I'm just cutting that out of the videos. It was currently 2040. Emma, Norman, Ray, and you were about 6 going to 7 years old. From 2 years old, these four showed great signs of brilliance. Emma's capability to learn quickly, Norman's intellect, Ray's strategy, and yours perspectiveness. These four made up Gracefield's cream of the crop. One day, Ray and you were sitting together by a tree that grew outside the house. All the others were playing tag, including Emma and Norman. You created a flower crown out of yellow clover flowers that sprouted along the garden, weeds, Mama would call it. But to you, they were gems of princesses. On the other hand, Ray kept to himself. He supposedly enjoyed reading, mostly fantasy. You noticed he was also indulged in nonfiction, such as information works of mechanics. He sometimes teased her for liking fairy tales, but you didn't let yourself get bothered. Hey! An older kid named Joey asked. Are you two guys just gonna sit there forever? Yeah, what about it? Ray answered in a sharply evoking stares from the other children. You put down your flower crown and look at the scenery in front of you. Isn't your game starting? You spoke. You stood up as Ray watched you over his book. You should go back before you're disqualified. Oh wow, one of the house's top scorers thinks she's better than me, Josie teased. Getting a glare from you and Ray. I'm terrified. Stop that or I'll... You said, and you paused. You looked back at the flower blossoms below you. Stop that or I'll tell Mom. You couldn't come up with any other insult. Joey's eyes showed anger. In a second, he pushed you to the ground, giving you a scab. Ray stood up and helped you, and maybe even chased the boy who pushed his friend. Are you okay? He asked, holding a hand out to you. You nodded, blinking away the tears that came to the brim of your eyes when you fell. But you couldn't hide it from Ray. Wow, that's a nasty wound. Let's go inside and Mama will help you, Ray said, assisting her to the infirmary. You're gonna be alright. Time skipped to 20 minutes later. After Mama tended to your wound, Ray came into the clinic to come pick you up. Her leg is still hurting, so make sure you be careful with her, Mother advised. He nodded and went to meet Neil. You were standing behind Mama, and you stepped out. Ray noticed that you had a band-aid on your knee. The blood was cleaned away, and you look fine. Do you feel okay? He said to you, slipping his hand into yours. Ray couldn't help but feel Mama's eyes piercing holes into the back of his head. He could almost hear her laughter at the two of them, but Ray just shook that thought out of his mind. Yeah, I'm good, you replied. Ray observed that she wasn't limping and wondered how well did his mother treat her. Done. The other kids should be back now. The two reached the dining table and helped their friends clean the area. The next day, you and Ray continued their daily routine of accompanying each other while the others played games. You watched a white butterfly flit around between them. She was wearing a flower crown that she made yesterday. and Ray indulged in his book. Hey, look, it's those two weirdos again, Joey exclaimed from a distance. Him again. You remember yesterday. Just the thought of him made you wince in pain. Look, Billy, the top prodigies are being all lovely and dovey like the day before. This time Ray went up to them. You stood there, staying underneath the tree. Aren't you going to be adopted next week? Ray asked, looking up. So stop bothering us until then. You won't ever have to deal with us when you're gone. Joey had no words. His friends could even back him up, because they knew it was true. He was getting Ray's leave soon, and Ray knew why. He knew the secret of the house, but refused to tell his friends until they were older. Ray wanted to protect them. He wanted to save them all and escape together, but the more he realized, the more he knew the fact that it was just a childish dream, an idealist statement. It was impossible. He didn't want to believe that. He just wanted to live, and he did. In return for being a traitor, Mama used him, and I thought he would be the worst person he'll ever live, selling out his best friends. Unforgivable. He decided that he'll die that fated day 6 years later. He memorized his I'm sorry's in advance, so he wouldn't cry in front of them. Norman, Emma, and you. Those three was his light, his will to live. And he just wanted about more than anything before he perishes in a fire. I just wanted to make her smile while I'm still here. I don't want her to cry ever again. Listener, Ray said, causing her to look back at him. He walked up to you. I'm going to make a promise to you. Okay. You responded a little confused at the statement. You look past his shoulder and you can see Norman and Emma running back as energetic as ever. I promise from this point to protect you, he said seriously, from bullies, from bad people, from everything. I'll be your knight in shining armor. Thank you, then. You responded. You didn't know what to say to that, except for to be grateful. I'll promise that too. I, listener of grace, will promise to be by your side, you said nobly. You proceed to carefully take a flower crown and place it on Ray's head. You almost sneezed because of the pollen. This crown will be proof of our warrant. The two walked inside as they were greeted by Mama. She didn't seem to notice the flower crown on Ray's head, or pretended not to notice. Ray watched as you laughed, despite the bandage on your knee falling off, wishing he could accompany you wherever you go. But the best he can do was to guarantee her survival through Mother. If I won't survive past 12, then please permit listener to reside peacefully, free of any worries. She doesn't deserve to die, so let her live for me. Hey guys, thank you for listening. This was a short, sweet story. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm gonna start blasting my AC because I'm burning in here. I'm literally sweating. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great day or night, whatever time you're watching this, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.